Distinguished delegates, agenda item 4 will commence and continue shortly. May I please request you to take your seats? Thank you.
Good afternoon. We will resume with the agenda item 4. And the first speaker is Philippines. Philippines, you have the floor.
Chair and distinguished guests, delegates, good afternoon. The Philippines, as one of the countries most vulnerable to natural hazards and the adverse impacts of climate change in our region, reaffirms its unwavering commitment to advancing regional cooperation in disaster risk reduction and management, or DRRM. We strongly advocate for the continued integration of space-based and science-driven solutions, particularly space science and technology applications, or SSTE, as indispensable tools in building resilience and safeguarding lives. We recognize the value of Earth observation technologies and geospatial data in enhancing the country's disaster risk reduction and management capabilities. To date, the Philippines, through the Philippine Space Agency, has been utilizing satellite data to strengthen preparedness and response planning against natural hazards such as strong tropical cyclones. Working closely with the government agencies responsible for weather, geological hazards, and environmental monitoring, we provide satellite imagery and analysis that inform risk assessments, situational awareness, and post-event evaluation. Recent typhoons and seismic events have highlighted how essential timely and reliable data has become for operational decision-making. These experiences reinforce our commitment to work closely with local and international partners to optimize the use of space technology and data for disaster risk reduction and management through knowledge and data sharing and capacity building. One persistent challenge we observe is the fragmented nature of risk information. We therefore support the calls of UNDRR and ESCAP to strengthen interoperability and data standards ensuring that hazard, exposure, and vulnerability data across the region can be used more efficiently. This aligns with our ongoing work under the Early Warnings for All initiative, where space-based inputs help underpin a broader multi-hazard early warning ecosystem. In the Asia-Pacific region, the Philippines remains an active participant in Sentinel Asia as a data provider node. We view Sentinel Asia as a vital and necessary international initiative under the Asia-Pacific Regional Space Agency Forum that emphasizes the use of SSTA and Web Geographic Information System to support DRRM activities in the Asia-Pacific region. Similarly, the Philippines receives satellite data and value-added products through the International Charter on Space and Major Disasters. We are also active in the Space Climate Observatory Initiative, through which the Philippines currently implements 3 projects. These engagements allow us both to contribute imagery during disaster activations and to benefit from shared regional products that support our own assessments. The Philippines takes this opportunity to promote Scope Digital, an initiative jointly implemented by the Philippines, European Union, Indonesia, and Thailand to provide improved access to Copernicus Earth observation data. We hope to share these benefits with our neighbors in the region. Chair, we recognize that many developing countries continue to face barriers in accessing and using satellite-based tools. We therefore underscore the need for enhanced cooperation on capacity building, technology transfer, and financing so that space-enabled DRR solutions become accessible to all countries that need them. Finally, we wish to underscore that international cooperation is not merely desirable, but rather essential. By working together, we can fully harness the potential of space data for DRRM, enhance our collective capabilities, and most importantly, save lives across the region. The Philippines remains ready to work with regional and international partners to advance this agenda in a practical and evidence-based manner. Thank you.
Thank you, Philippines, for your statement. And next we have Uzbekistan. Uzbekistan, you have the floor.
Thank you, Chair. Distinguished delegates, I am pleased to deliver this statement under Agenda Item 4 on behalf of Uzbekistan. We wish to express our appreciation to ESCAP for its continued support in strengthening drought monitoring, early warning, and climate resilience in Central Asia. Over the past year, our cooperation has made tangible progress and has contributed to enhancing national and regional capacities to address increasing climate-related risks. A key element of our collaboration is the ongoing project aimed at strengthening the use of Earth observation and geospatial tools for drought and crop monitoring in Uzbekistan, Kyrgyzstan, and Tajikistan. We acknowledge with appreciation the financial support provided by the government of the Russian Federation, as well as the active technical engagement of the regional drought mechanism, regional nodes, China, India, and the Russian Federation. Their contributions in satellite data processing, drought indicators, and system design continue to play a critical role in the implementation of this initiative. Uzbekistan successfully hosted its national workshop in August 2025, which provided a platform for national experts to further develop the operational cloud-based drought monitoring system. Earlier in May 2025, the Inception workshop laid the foundation for coordinated regional action and ensured alignment among participating countries. We also wish to highlight the upcoming hands-on training in generating and interpreting agricultural drought indicators for effective monitoring and decision-making in Central Asia, which will be held in Tashkent from 16 to 19 December 2025. This training will contribute directly to building practical skills for the application of drought indicators in agriculture and will support evidence-based decision-making at both national and regional levels. Our work with ESCAP complements Uzbekistan's broader engagement under the Asia-Pacific Plan of Action on space applications for sustainable development. In this regard, we continue to prioritize the use of space technologies for drought monitoring, salinization assessment, and land degradation tracking, particularly in the context of sustainable agriculture and food security. Furthermore, Uzbekistan remains committed to promoting regional dialogue and cooperation through major international platforms. The upcoming Space Technology Conference STC 2026 in Tashkent and the International Astronautical Congress 2028 in Samarkand will serve as important opportunities to advance collaboration on space and geospatial technologies in support of climate resilience and sustainable development. Mr. Chair, Uzbekistan reaffirms its commitment to further strengthening cooperation with ESCAP and regional partners. We will continue to invest in capacity building, enhance drought and salinization monitoring systems, and support regional mechanisms aimed at increasing climate resilience. We express our sincere appreciation to ESCAP, to the regional drought mechanism partners, and to all member states for their continued engagement. Thank you.
Thank you, Uzbekistan. And the next speaker is India. India, you have the floor.
Respected Chair, Excellencies and distinguished delegates, India welcomes the Secretariat's update and reaffirms its strong partnership with ESCAP, UNESCO IOC, WMO, and allied mechanisms. In Indian Ocean, India operates end-to-end multi-hazard ocean service and chairs IoT WMS, co-chairs IOC, and GOES, and the vice chairs in expert group of WMO. And that is working with all UN entities to turn science into service for risk monitoring, early warning, and anticipatory action. Our operational data, models, and unified SOPs are embedded in national and regional warning chains, helping advance the early warning for all agenda across coastal hazards. India appreciates ESCAP Multi-Donor Trust Fund for Tsunami, Disaster, and Climate Preparedness, and the Secretariat's role in convening partners. India plays a significant role in ESCAP-funded project IOC UNESCO, that is strengthening tsunami early warning in the northwestern Indian Ocean region through regional cooperation. At the Ocean Decade Tsunami Program, ODTP, first conference side event hosted in Hyderabad on 10 November 2025, IOC, UNESCO, and ESCAP partner launched Phase 3 of this project. India has been providing ocean-related hazards for the tsunami, high waves, storm surges, soil surges, and the high currents for the entire Indian Ocean region through either bilateral or multilateral arrangements like WMO or SMCs. I would also like to emphasize here that India is providing the marine heat wave advisories, which is one of the silent heat waves driving coral bleaching, fish stock shifts, aquaculture losses, coastal hypoxia, and that also impact the coastal tourism of many member states. India is looking forward ahead to sustain and scale the trust fund portfolio for not only to the Northwest Indian Ocean region, but entire Indian Ocean and South Pacific region with a special emphasis to SIDs and LDCs, prioritizing observation network, sensor uptime, low latency data exchange, tsunami-ready rollouts, integrated drills. We are happy to bridge this between IOC India and UNESCAP and plug India's maritime heat wave and ocean hazard intelligence into ESCAP risk and resilience portal as interoperable layers and APIs. In closing, India thanks ESCAP and UNIOC for convening and financing mechanism that turns collaboration into capacity. We stand ready to keep co-leading technical work streams to host joint training exercises so that together our region delivers faster warnings, safer coastal communities, and risk-informed development. Thank you very much.
Thank you, India. Would any other member states wish to take the floor? I recognize Iran. Iran, you have the floor.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. The Islamic Republic of Iran reiterates its strong commitment to the objective of the Asia-Pacific Center for Development of Disaster Information Management, APDIM. As the host country of APDIM, we remain dedicated to strengthening the center as a regional hub for data, knowledge, and capacity building on multi-hazard early warning and disaster risk reduction. In recent years, the Asia-Pacific region has witnessed a rising frequency of climate-related and transboundary hazards, including sand and dust storms, droughts, heat waves, floods, seismic risks. These challenges underscore the urgent need for data-driven, science-based, and interoperable disaster information systems. Looking ahead, Iran encourages APTIM to expand its efforts in strengthening regional platforms for sharing geospatial and hazard data, supporting the development of integrated early warning systems, especially for slow onset hazards such as droughts and sand and dust storms, and enhancing partnership with the UN agencies, technical institutions, and international financing and mechanisms to mobilize resources for member states. The Islamic Republic of Iran reaffirms its full support to the APTIM Secretariat and stands ready to continue working closely with ESCAP and all member states to ensure that APTIM fulfills its mandate and contributes effectively to a safer and more resilient Asia-Pacific region. Thank you.
Thank you, Iran, for your statement. Next, we have China. China, you have the floor.
感谢主席。那么我想利用今天这个机会呢，简单和大家介绍一下我们中国应急管理部在防灾减灾领域国际合作的一些举措和一些进展吧。我们在2023年的时候呢，就是发起成立了这个“一带一路”自然灾害防治和应急管理的国际合作机制。那么主要呢是为发展中国家提供帮助他们进行防灾减灾的能力建设。那么到目前为止呢，是共有34个国家和3个国际组织已经成为了我们这个合作机制的成员或者合作伙伴。我们大家非常了解的这个联合国在减灾领域的这个主要的牵头机构呢，联合国减灾办公室 UNDRR 也已经成为了我们合作机制的伙伴。那么在过去2年当中呢，我们主要是围绕着合作机制的建设，在合作机制下呢，推出了14项的这个务实的合作举措。那么第一个呢主要是着眼技能提升，我们组织实施了这个1000人培训的这个计划。我们参训学员呢是遍布亚洲、非洲、阿拉伯地区、太平洋岛国、拉美和加勒比地区的这个发展中国家。那么目前呢，已经有80多个国家的1800名学员呢，来华进行这个培训。第二个呢，我们是立足这个救援的实战提升这个应急救援方面的能力。我们举办了面向太平洋岛国、东盟、中亚等5场应急救援的实战演练。那么在中国呢，举办了世界消防救援锦标赛，分享救援实战的经验。第三个呢是注重这种科普的宣传、知识的普及。我们围绕不同的主题，比如说森林火灾、消防救援、应急青年、女性等等主题呢，组织了一系列的宣传和交流的活动。我们定期举办中国国际应急管理的展览会，推动新的科技和新装备的应用。第四个呢是推进各国的交流、互鉴、互学。我们举办了这个中国中亚的应急管理部长级会议，建立了中国中亚应急管理合作机制，然后推进东盟、非洲、拉美、太平洋岛国等国家和相关联合国机构的这个合作，已经开展了24类的66个合作项目。 那么同时呢，中国也是针对全球各类的重大自然灾害呢，先后赴莫桑比克、汤加、马达加斯加等等9个国家呢，执行了重大救援和救助的任务。那么今年3月缅甸地震发生之后呢，我们中国救援队是最先赶到灾区的国际救援力量，总共呢是搜救出了9名幸存者。那么今年8月份阿富汗地震中呢，中国的也是第一时间呢提供了紧急人道主义援助。在我们防灾减灾合作、国际合作、联合国方面的重要合作伙伴呢，就是刚才谈到这个联合国减灾办公室 UNDRR。我们中国呢也是每年向 UNDRR 捐款，那么支持 UNDRR 开展全球的项目。那么现在呢，我们正和联合国减灾办呢共同申请这个全球发展和南南合作基金，我们中国的一个发展基金。那么面向呢老挝、柬埔寨等等的这个国家呢开展3方合作的这个项目。那么联合国亚太经社会呢也是我们在防灾减灾国际合作当中的重要的合作伙伴。那么后续呢，我们希望呢能够比如说利用联合国灾害管理与应急反应天基信息平台 UNSPIDER 它的这个资源。那么在这个框架下呢，我们携手亚太经社会共同参与全球重大灾害的防范。我们可以开展一些能力建设的培训，一些技术咨询的活动。我们双方呢共同努力，然后呢互相利用自己的资源优势协同增效。2是呢就是加强人员的交流，我们也希望呢后续会有更多的中国的代表呢能够到联合国亚太经社会能够任职进行这个交流，然后分享我们中国的防灾减灾救灾的经验。第3呢，我们也是非常希望能够联合国亚太经社会呢能够帮助我们进行更多的这种宣传推广把我们双方的一些好的这个防灾减灾的合作的一些经验和案例呢利用亚太经社会的出版物呢进行宣传分享我们的经验做法。谢谢。
Thank you, China, for your statement. Okay. Are there any other member states that is willing to make a statement? If there are no more country statements, I will now open the floor to international organizations, and I recognize UNESCO IOC. UNESCO IOC, you have the floor.
Thank you very much, Chair. Excellencies, distinguished delegates and colleagues, on behalf of the UNESCO's Intergovernmental Oceanographic Commission, I'm pleased to extend our sincere appreciation to ESCAP Secretariat for the progress report and also to the report of the co-chair of the issue-based coalition, which was made under agenda item 4. I also wish to thank you, Chair, for the opportunity for UNESCO IOC to take the floor and to all share our recent contributions to disaster risk reduction in Asia and the Pacific with a focus on tsunamis and coastal hazards. UNESCO IOC coordinates the global tsunami warning and mitigation system comprising 4 regional systems in the Indian Ocean, Pacific, Northeast Atlantic, Mediterranean, and the Caribbean. It covers 151 member states with 12 tsunami service providers and nearly 400 national focal points. And these systems operate 24/7 to deliver tsunami threat assessments and alerts, safeguarding lives and livelihoods worldwide, as recently evidenced by the 29th July 2025 magnitude 8.8 Kamchatka earthquake and tsunami event. In Asia Pacific, our collaboration with ESCAP has been very pivotal in a lot of work that we've done in the Indian and the Pacific Oceans. Through the Trust Fund for Tsunami Disaster and Climate Preparedness, the IOTWMS has implemented projects worth over $2.9 million since 2009, which has resulted in strengthening tsunami risk assessments, awareness, and community preparedness. In addition, UNESCO IOC and ESCAP jointly conducted regional capacity assessments in the Indian Ocean and the Pacific Ocean, providing a clear picture of the progress and gaps and guiding future strategic investments. Earlier this year, Mr. Chair, we launched phase 3 of the project on strengthening tsunami early warning in the Northwest Indian Ocean region through regional cooperation during a high-level side event at the Ocean Decade Tsunami Conference in Hyderabad, which marks a significant step towards addressing critical gaps in preparedness in the Makran region. This event was also highlighted by the distinguished delegate from India who hosted this meeting. And this year, UNESCO IOC, in collaboration with ESCAP and other partners like UNDRR, UNDP, UNESCO science and education sectors, and other key partners, advanced several initiatives to strengthen tsunami preparedness and build community resilience. And some of them, Mr. Chair, are completing the phase 2C of the Makran project, which helped development of tsunami inundation models and evacuation maps in India, Pakistan, Iran, Oman, and UAE. We conducted the Indian Ocean 2025 tsunami drill. We've launched the Tsunami United campaign for high school students, organized World Tsunami Awareness Day activities, including the high-level dialogue, Be Tsunami Ready, Investing Today for a Safer Tomorrow. We are working on developing a regional roadmap on tsunami early warning for education. Together, these initiatives advance global regional frameworks, including the UN Ocean Decade, the Early Warning for All, while fully aligning with the ESCAP strategy for 2025 and 30, the Trust Fund strategy, I mean. They also contribute to UN Ocean Decade Tsunami Program and Challenge 6. So in conclusion, Mr. Chair, achieving all of these ambitious goals will require sustained commitment and partnerships. UNESCO IOC looks forward to working closely with all the member states, ESCAPs, UN partners to accelerate progress, foster innovation, and ensure that every vulnerable community is safer and better prepared for the future. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Thank you, UNESCO IOC. Are there any other international organizations wishing to make statements? So I see no other international organizations. So with this, we come to the end of the proceedings on Agenda 4. Thank you, Secretariat and the distinguished delegates, for your constructive comments on Agenda 4. So this concludes the deliberation on Agenda 4, and we now move on to Agenda 5. Excellencies, distinguished delegates, thank you for your statements. We shall now proceed to Agenda Item 5, Other Matters. Before I open the floor for any other matters, let me report to you on behalf of the Bureau on the status of credentials of representatives of members to the 9th session of the Committee on Disaster Risk Reduction, in accordance with the Rule 12 of the Rules of Procedures of the Commission. The Chair and the Vice Chairs of the 9th session of the Committee on Disaster Risk Reduction examined the credentials of representatives of 38 member states submitted in accordance with the Rule 11 of the Rules of Procedures of the Commission and found them to be in order. The Bureau decided to defer any action on the credentials pertaining to representatives of Myanmar at the 9th session of the Committee on Disaster Risk Reduction, pending a decision by the General Assembly on the representation of Myanmar, and in line with General Assembly Resolution 396-5 of 14 December 1950, acknowledging the report of Credentials Committee of the General Assembly at its 79th session. May I take it that it is the wish of the committee to take note of the report of Bureau? I see no objection. It is so decided. So do I hit this? Turning now to other matters, would any delegation wish to take the floor? Yes. I recognize Indonesia. Indonesia, you have the floor.
Excellencies, distinguished delegates, under this agenda item, I would like to express my appreciation for the convening of the 9th session of the Committee on Disaster Risk Reductions and share a brief piece of information from Indonesia. In 2026, Indonesia will have the honor of serving as host and chair of the ASEAN Committee on Disaster Management, representing a region of more than 650 million people living in some of the most hazard-exposed coastline and river basin in the world. We see this forthcoming role as an opportunity to deepen the bridge between ASEAN process and the work of this committee. In particular, on early warning, data and science-based policy and resilience to emerging risks such as extreme heat in our diverse local context. We look forward to working closely with all partners here to ensure that the discussion in Bangkok can help inform and inspire ASEAN agenda on disaster risk reduction in 2026 and beyond. Thank you.
Thank you, Indonesia, for your statement. Are there any other member states wishing to make statement on this? I see no more interventions, so this ends the deliberations of agenda item 5. Before we close the agenda items today, I would like to inform you that draft report is expected to be ready for your perusal at 12 noon tomorrow. The report will be made available only to registered delegates and permanent representatives to ESCAP by email. The consideration of draft report will take place under agenda item 6 tomorrow from 2 p.m. Bangkok. Only the decisions discussed during the session will be captured and considered for adoption in the report of the committee. An account of the proceedings will be drafted after the session has ended, be circulated to participants so that they have an opportunity to ensure that their statements have been accurately reflected, and be annexed to the report on the session. Now, I understand that the Secretariat has an announcement. The Secretariat, you have the floor.
Thank you very much, Chair, for giving me the floor. Just once again, a reminder, a gentle reminder, as informed this morning, that we would like to request each participant to complete a brief online survey through the link available on the committee webpage under the Overview tab. Alternatively, you can also scan the QR code on the screen. And we also circulated hard copies of the survey. If you prefer to fill in by hard copy, and you can deposit the survey at the box available at the exit of this meeting room. And then, Chair, before we close this item, I would just like to also inform participants that tomorrow, before we begin the final session of the committee at 2 p.m., we will have some side events on Friday morning and during the lunch hour. One is on using social protection to reduce heat wave risk, from global evidence to local action. It's organized by GIZ in partnership with ESCAP, and it's meeting room G. And then there's another one on effective early warning system for all in the Bay of Bengal region, connecting science and people to localized action. And this is organized by the Asian Disaster Preparedness Center, ADPC, and it will be in the theater. So once again, more information on these events, which take place basically from 10 to midday, is available on the Committee on Disaster Risk Reduction website.
Before we adjourn, I would like to ask the Secretariat to show on the screen draft decision 1 for any feedback from the member states. Okay, the draft decision on agenda item 2 is displayed. We have this agenda that was proposed, the insertion that was proposed by India. If that is acceptable to all, I think we can take a decision and clean the draft. I see no objections, so we will clean the draft.
No objection.
And the next one, the new insertion was from Japan. Would any member states have any comments on that? Do we see the Russian Federation? Russian Federation, you have the floor.
Thank you, Chair. Just a question for the distinguished delegate from Japan. What is the meaning of this particular insertion? I mean, systemic and multi-sectoral approaches, and what is the source of this language? Thank you.
Thank you. So as we said yesterday, we looked at the 5-point strategy plan from the Secretariat, and we read this conference document. If we don't have that insertion, it's just only one of the 5-point strategy. And so the systemic is like, from what I understood from the conference document, is kind of like a whole of society approach, right? Correct? To the Secretariat. And multi-sector, as the conference document noted quite well, is involving various sectors because a lot of the issues were indeed cross-sectoral. So it's really to also encompass not just one of the 5-point strategy as proposed in the conference document, but all 5. So if there is a proposed more clearer language, we took it from the Secretariat report, but we certainly would welcome clarification. But we thought not just one of the 5, but all of the 5 should be addressed, because indeed, as a disaster infested nation, we think that that sort of approach that the Secretariat wrote is quite important. Thank you.
China, you have the floor.
Thank you for the opportunity. After our internal discussion, we would like to retain the original language, activities that strengthen the use of geospatial data and digital innovation, because we believe that this expression is within the mandate of IDD. It's about technology, it's about disaster risk reduction. We believe it would be better to retain the original language. Thank you very much.
Thank you. And any further comments? We can move on to the other one, which is on the change proposed by Iran. Is that acceptable to the member states?
Change proposed by Iran.
I see no objection to that, so we can clean the draft according to that. Russian Federation, you have the floor.
Thank you, Chair. Probably just a possible way out. If we, after the ending of this phrase, I mean, for systemic and multi-sectoral approaches within existing resources and the scope of ESCAP's mandate, comma, including such areas as use of geospatial data and digital innovations. Okay. Including such areas as the use of geospatial data and digital innovations. Thank you.
Iran, we recognize you. Iran, you have the floor.
Thank you, Mr. Chair, and thank you, distinguished delegate of Russia Federation. This is a way forward, but we agree to include the phrase for the minor change. We propose a minor change. So this addition by Russia Federation, we propose to be placed after multi-sectoral approaches. I mean, the text goes like this: for systemic and multi-sectoral approaches, including. And the phrase within existing resource and the scope of ESCAP mandate should be placed at the end of the paragraph. Thank you.
So if the proposal from Russia as amended by Iran is acceptable to others, please. We recognize Bangladesh. Bangladesh, you have the floor.
Mr. Chair, we support the proposal of Iran.
Thank you. We take note of that. If there are no further comments, can we proceed to clean up the drafts? Thank you very much for the cooperation. The draft has been cleaned, and this will be included in the final report. Thank you. So thank you, Secretariat. On this note, I adjourn this meeting. We shall reconvene at 14 hours Bangkok time tomorrow, Friday, 28 October, for the adoption of the report of the Committee on Disaster Risk Reduction. The meeting is adjourned.